What's it like to get stung by 25 electric caterpillars from Japan? I'm about to find out. I'm pretty nervous, but I'm also super curious how this is actually going to feel. Oh my gosh, check this out. Look at that. The backside of this leaf, guys, is about, I'm gonna say over 50 Denki Mushi caterpillar, which here in Japan means electric insect. Today in this video, I'm intentionally going to be stung by the Denki Mushi to show you just how bad it really is. But these are just hatchlings, guys. We need to find much bigger caterpillars to make sure I take a full dose. So I'm gonna put this leaf back and we're gonna keep searching. Let's go. Denki Mushi refers to the larval stage of a small brown moth found across Asia. While the adult moth is common and completely harmless to humans, it's a totally different story for the caterpillar stages. When these larvae gather in groups on trees, they're actually at their most dangerous, armed together in a mass of toxic spines that can deliver thousands of painful stings. And unfortunately for our friend and local guide Richard, he learned this the hard way. So Richard, where are we headed to now? Where are we gonna find some bigger Denki Mushi?
So we're heading to a friend's small farm just up in the mountain a little bit because there's a number of persimmon trees there and the persimmon tree attracts the Denki Mushi. So I hope, because the altitude's different, the caterpillar might be at a different stage of development and might be a bit bigger.
All right guys, so we made it to the farm. We are surrounded by agriculture right now. There are fruits and veggies over here, orchards just behind us, but we are looking for those persimmon trees, and I think I see some just over that hill. Oh guys, check this out. Here's a caterpillar. Not the one we're looking for, but that's pretty cool. It has like a horn on its tail, but look at the top of it. Almost looks like it has eyes. I'm sure that's some defense mimicry, making it look like a snake or some other larger creature. But there you have it. Proof that there are caterpillars out in this field. It's a good sign. All right, this is the big grove of persimmon trees. You can see persimmons there. These are huge. Okay, let's spread out a little bit. Everybody look out for those paper-like leaves. Denki Mushi caterpillars drain chlorophyll from persimmon leaves when they're eating them, leaving them withered and pale. So if you spot some white leaves in a persimmon tree, you'll likely find a bunch of Denki Mushi nearby. Oh, here we go, guys. This is it. That's definitely Denki Mushi. All right, they have to be close. Those are definitely leaves that they ate. Oh, right here. Look at this. Oh yeah, those are way bigger. Those are like easily 5 times the size of the ones this morning. You can even see the black bristles coming off of them. Holy mother, look at that. Wow. Look at all those, there's hundreds of them. We hit the jackpot, the mother lode. This is perfect for our sting test. All right, I'm going to collect a few into this container. Let's see how easily they come off. Okay, I want to get the biggest ones. Being very careful to not take a sting yet. Oh, and look at this, guys. See that gray matter? That is actually a shed. So when these caterpillars grow, they don't just get bigger, they actually shed their skin like a snake. These must have just hatched from their sheds. Ooh. Slimy. Oh man, they're like neon green on the backside. All right, there we have it, guys. 2 dozen Denki Mushi caterpillars armed with venomous barbs, ready for the sting table. Let's go set it up. Whew. Here we go. There is a jar full of Denki Mushi caterpillar. It's a pretty good size one. Now they can get quite a bit larger than this, probably 2 times, maybe 3 times the size. But these caterpillars here are certainly large enough to get a full dose of that toxin and to rate this caterpillar sting on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. Now I'm going to take them out of the vial so we can get a really close macro shot of those venom-laced bristles. We have a good amount, a couple dozen, maybe a few more than that. And last but not least, lucky number 25. Oh buddy, 25 bristly Denki Mushi caterpillars. That's a lot of pain on the table. Look at all of those spines. all of the bristles that are covering the back and the sides of these caterpillars that are laced with that very potent neurotoxic venom. You can even see on some of them, like here at the front, it's almost like a cactus, like a little stalk up and down the body like a tree, and they have those venom-laced spines flared out. You can see now why just a gentle brush into one of these caterpillars would yield such a painful sting. There is really no way to make contact with this caterpillar where you're not going to be spined. It's very much like the fireworms that I was stung by down in Florida. Yeah, that burns. However, this is a much different type of toxin, and I believe it will be a much different experience and rating for the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. We rate all the bites and stings that I experiment with on 3 different factors: intimidation, pain, and aftermath. And then we combine those scores for an average for an official BSI rating, and then we will know where the Denki Mushi caterpillar rates against all the other insects I've been bitten and stung by in my career. And the way I plan to do this is I'm going to place the caterpillars one at a time on the glove, spikes out, and then on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, spikes down, I will cover my arm. So I take the full dose of all of the venom, all of the spines from these caterpillars all at once. Since these caterpillars are still in the early stages of their life cycle, and because they're most dangerous when encountered in groups, I'm going to place a cluster of them on my hand to simulate the kind of accidental contact someone might have in the wild. Richard's looking at me right now like I'm out of my mind. Maybe I am, but I want to make sure that this sting test is legit. And this is the best way that I can think to do it. And I have no idea how long the pain is going to last. Some people say it's over and gone in a matter of seconds. Some people say it lasts hours. Some people have even reported boils and lesions for weeks after being stung by the Denki Mushi. So how am I gonna fare? It is time to find out. Okay, here we go. First things first, let's place all the caterpillars. Here we go, first one. All right, first step's going well, like they can't sting through the glove, and I was unsure whether or not that was going to be the case. There we go. Here we go. I'm gonna try to do this quickly because they do move. And I am going to just apply gentle pressure when I do the sting, guys. I don't believe it's going to take very much, and I'm certainly not trying to squish the caterpillars. We're gonna put all these caterpillars right back where we found them when this is all said and done. Spread them out a bit. They move slowly, but they are persistent. All right, there they are. I'm pretty nervous, but I'm also super curious how this is actually going to feel. Here we go. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with 25 electric caterpillars. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh! Oh! I'm trying to squish him. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ah! Ah! It's like shock, 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 shock. Ah! Oh! Get that one. Ah! 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 Okay. Okay. Woo! Yeah, that felt like white hot sparks, almost like a grinding wheel sparks, like just ripping onto my skin. Hang on, all right, I'm gonna put them back on the table. Ow, ow. Oh, it's building, it's getting worse. Look at that swelling. Look at all that redness. Oh man, yep. All right, get them off me. Get off. All right, I just got to peel them, guys. Get off my hand, get off my hand. Oh wow. Look at all the ripples in my skin, guys. Oh man, I must have gotten thousands of spines. Oh, look at all that. You could see where each individual spine went in. The skin is like goosebumps, like just coming up to the surface. Yeah, I took a full dose. That's a full dose. Oh, massively irritating, massively burning. It just feels like my skin is about to just crawl off of my arm right now. It's like static. Definitely neurotoxic, exactly like the fireworm feels. Almost identical, except I don't know if I have bristles in me if I do, they're like microscopic and I can't see them. I don't see a lot of bristles removed from the caterpillars. Oh, it leads me to believe that it just spiked me, that they're not lodged in my skin, but wow. Okay. All right. Man, I may really regret this. And now it's time to deal with the aftermath. For the next 24 to 48 hours, I'm going to monitor the sting. We'll show you the footage, but you don't have to wait a second to learn where the Denki Mushi ranks on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. Let's roll the rating. Go for it, guys. On intimidation, having this reputation as the electric shocking caterpillar caused some concern for me, but their appearance didn't necessarily intimidate me that much at all. And certainly not as much as the time I got shocked by a massive electric eel in a tank of water. Oh! Yeah! But I do know that neurotoxic venoms are not to be taken lightly, so for all of that, I give the Denki Mushi a respectable 6.7 out of 10. For pain, it was very close to what I experienced with the fireworms in Florida. The irritation sets in fast and is followed up by a set of searing shocks and burning sensations that spread all throughout my arm. And since there were 25 caterpillars, that's 25x the pain of just one sting. So for all that, I give this a whopping 8.8 out of 10 on the pain scale. Now for the aftermath. And this one is bad. It was easily one of the scariest experiences that I've ever gone through since starting the Brave Wilderness BSI. And those symptoms struck fast, just as we began to finish loading up for the day. The caterpillar's neurotoxic venom caused my body to start having allergic reactions. It is the first time that I've ever experienced anything like this. And as soon as I started to feel it, I promptly told the team that we need to head straight back to the hotel to monitor these reactions in case they continue to intensify, in which case I would definitely need to go to the hospital. The whole car ride back to the hotel, I've been dealing with a lot of numbness and tingling like all over my body. My feet are now pretty much numb from the ankles down. My hands are like pins and needles. I just have like a little bit of tremors like all through my body. My tongue and lips are going numb, and even my teeth hurt like when I bite down. And obviously the first thing we're concerned about is allergic reaction, so gonna drink a lot of water, gonna have some Benadryl right now. We'll see what happens with it overnight. I honestly can't imagine a worse aftermath than this without a hospitalization from a neurotoxin. In the hours and days that followed, dealing with these reactions all throughout my body, the toxin did seem to slowly dissipate hour by hour, day by day. So luckily, no hospital trip was needed. But as far as an aftermath score, I can easily give the Denki Mushi a perfect 10 out of 10. This is not an experience that you ever want to mess with. And with all those scores averaged out, this electric caterpillar earns an 8.5 out of 10, rightfully earning a place high up the ranks of the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. And let me finish by saying the Denki Mushi is a caterpillar that you never want to mess with.